In open-world survival games, hunting is often presented as just a secondary mechanic. However, some games make hunting not a choice, but the sole means of survival. Hunger, resource management, and the struggle against nature keep the player constantly on edge. In this video, we take a closer look at games that place hunting at the heart of the open-world experience and truly force you to hunt for survival. If you're interested in experiences where nature is unforgiving and the consequences of wrong decisions are severe, you're in the right place. Here are the best open-world games where hunting is essential for survival. Green Hell is one of the open-world survival games that centers hunting in the most systematic and punishing way. Set in the heart of the Amazon rainforest, survival isn't just about avoiding starvation. The body system operates on a balance of protein, fat, carbohydrates, and water, making hunting essential. The type of animal you hunt is directly linked to its nutritional value, and poor feeding decisions quickly lead to a loss of strength. Hunting with spears, bows, and traps requires careful planning because each failed attempt means a loss of both energy and time. The open world, with its dense vegetation and limited visibility, makes hunting even more dangerous, while the system of injuries and parasites makes the process even more stressful. In Green Hell, hunting isn't presented as a romantic exploration, but as a harsh part of the struggle for survival, making it one of the most brutal experiences in the genre. Yes! The Long Dark is one of the open-world games that most realistically portrays the survival theme through hunting. Set in the frozen Canadian wilderness, hunting isn't a secondary activity. It's a fundamental requirement for survival. Hunger, cold, and fatigue constantly weigh on the player, and the relationship with the wild is entirely driven by need. Hunting a deer or a rabbit isn't just about obtaining food. It requires the right equipment, considering wind direction, and carefully planning energy expenditure. The meat, hide, and other parts of the hunted animal are used for various purposes, and wasting resources is unforgivable. The open-world structure offers freedom while simultaneously creating a serious sense of threat. The map is silent, empty, and unforgiving. Every decision has long-term consequences. The Long Dark doesn't romanticize hunting. Instead, it treats it as a necessary and risky struggle. This sets it apart from other open-world experiences where hunting is essential for survival. Cry Primal takes the open-world experience to a whole new level by placing hunting at the heart of survival. Set in the Stone Age, the game lacks modern weapons, maps, and technological conveniences, making hunting essential. Survival requires gathering food, hunting animals, and carefully managing the resources obtained. Spears, bows, and primitive traps are the basic hunting tools, but each animal requires a different approach. Large predators pose a direct threat, while smaller prey provides a sustainable food source. The open world offers a vibrant ecosystem teeming with wildlife, and hunting not only satisfies hunger, but also contributes to equipment development and strengthening the tribe. Far Cry Primal presents hunting not as a side activity, but as an integral part of the struggle for survival in harmony with nature. This sets the game apart from other open-world experiences where hunting is indispensable for survival.
Easy now. Relax, my friend.
Red Dead Redemption 2 is one of the rare open-world games that takes hunting beyond being a secondary activity and makes it a direct part of the survival and world design. In the game, wildlife isn't just randomly placed enemies. Each animal has its own behavior, habitat, and hunting conditions. Using the wrong weapon and ammunition reduces the quality of the hunt, directly affecting the value of the meat, hides, and supplies obtained. Hunting plays a critical role in maintaining the camp economy, providing food for the character and upgrading equipment. The open world, with its living ecosystem, constantly forces the player to observe. Tracking, considering wind direction, and waiting for the right moment form the basis of hunting. Red Dead Redemption 2 supports this mandatory hunting system with realistic animations and detailed mechanics. This ensures that the relationship with nature doesn't feel artificial, and the survival theme is naturally integrated into the game's atmosphere. Rust offers one of the most intense experiences in open-world survival games, directly linking hunting to survival. You start the game with almost nothing, and hunger and thirst become real threats from the very first minutes. At this point, hunting stands out as one of the most critical stages before acquiring weapons. While it's possible to hunt animals with spears, bows, or primitive firearms, poor timing and inadequate equipment create serious risks. Meat obtained from hunted animals can lead to poisoning if consumed uncooked, further complicating the survival process. The open-world structure requires vigilance not only against nature, but also against other players, making hunting a constantly tense activity. Rust treats hunting not as a calm exploration element, but as a necessary struggle under constant threat. This approach reinforces the game's brutal nature while making the effort to survive more meaningful. DayZ makes hunting one of the most demanding and risky systems among open-world survival games. Finding food isn't always guaranteed, making hunting a fundamental means of survival. While it's possible to hunt animals like deer, wild boars, and rabbits in the wilderness, the process isn't quick. Finding the right weapon, conserving ammunition, and tracking prey requires serious planning. Safely cooking the meat of hunted animals is essential. Otherwise, the risk of disease makes the survival process even more difficult. The open-world map forces you into a constant threat relationship, not only with nature, but also with other players, making hunting an activity that can be interrupted at any moment. Silence, timing, and attention become fundamental elements of hunting in DayZ. With its rewarding yet punishing nature, DayZ strongly emphasizes how fragile the balance of survival is. ARK Survival Evolved is one of the open-world survival games that places hunting at the very heart of progression. In this game, survival isn't just about controlling hunger. Meat, hides, bones, and rare resources are obtained through hunting, and almost the entire production chain relies on this system. Smaller animals provide basic nutritional needs, while larger and more dangerous creatures offer both more valuable resources and significant risks. Hunting can quickly lead to death if unplanned, as stamina management, weapon selection, and environmental threats must be constantly considered. The open-world map, with its diverse biomes and ecosystems, transforms each region into a unique survival challenge. The option to tame the animals you hunt makes hunting a long-term strategy. By presenting hunting not as a temporary solution, but as an integral part of the life cycle, ARK Survival Evolved delivers one of the most comprehensive open-world experiences of its kind. The Forest and Sons of the Forest stand out as two powerful experiences in open-world survival games that combine hunting with a sense of fear and necessity. In the first game, survival on a deserted island relies entirely on hunting and gathering resources. Rabbits, deer, and other wild animals provide sustenance, while hides and bones form the basis of equipment crafting. Sons of the Forest takes this system further with a larger open world and more advanced AI. Hunting is no longer just about obtaining food. It requires strategic decisions to survive in a constantly threatened environment. Seasonal changes, an advanced crafting system, and environmental details make hunting more planned. In both games, nature feels not like a peaceful refuge, but like an enemy lurking at every turn. The Forest series succeeds in integrating hunting with atmosphere, becoming one of the most tense and memorable open-world experiences reflecting the survival theme. Valheim places hunting at the heart of a calm yet strategic structure in its open-world survival gameplay. In this Viking-themed world, survival is directly dependent on the food system, which is entirely based on hunting. Health and stamina are determined by the food consumed, making hunting deer, wild boar, and more dangerous creatures essential. Hunting isn't just about satisfying hunger, it also forms the basis of armor, weapon, and build upgrades. The open world, with its biome-divided structure, offers different hunting dynamics in each region, potentially catching the player off guard. Seemingly simple mechanics, combined with the night cycle and enemy pressure, transform hunting into a serious risk factor. Valheim treats hunting not as a quickly consumed system, but as the key to long-term survival. This approach enhances the game's atmosphere and makes the open world more meaningful and livable. Scum stands out among open-world survival games as one of the most detailed and technically sophisticated in its approach to hunting. In the game, survival isn't just about avoiding starvation. The metabolic system meticulously tracks protein, fat, carbohydrates, vitamins, and calories. This transforms hunting into a necessary and conscious process. Hunting directly impacts the character's physical condition, and the type of meat consumed determines long-term performance. Tracking, choosing the right weapon, and planning ammunition use are crucial during the hunting process. Hunting is always risky because the open-world map is vast and full of dangers. Besides the wilderness, other players constantly pose a threat, making the hunt even more tense. Instead of presenting hunting as a simple means of sustenance, Scum creates a unique position within the genre by making it a scientific and systematic part of survival.